Hi, I have no idea how to start a video. So, if you're watching it on an Android phone or maybe just Samsung, I'm not sure, I'd recommend you to save it or something and watch it on your laptop. And that's because a lot of this picture involves color green because the character that I'm drawing has green skin. And the green looks really gross on my phone and I have a Samsung and apparently it's like that on all Samsung phones. And at first, I was very worried. I was worried that my tablet or my laptop are broken and I just don't see something right. But apparently, it's because of how pixels are laid out on the phone or something. I don't know. So, yeah, I recommend you to watch it on a device that is not Samsung or maybe entirely like Android. I think on iPhone it works right, but I am not sure. Okay, so when I made my resolution to make voiceover videos, I was looking for some ideas to talk about. And at first, I wanted to do storytime videos because those are pretty popular in the art community. A lot of people like those because, I mean, you're just not looking at a picture being drawn, you listen to some sick story. But then I realized my life is very boring and I'd have like two IRL that happened stories to tell, and making real life possible drama is really not my thing. I am a high fantasy slash sci-fi person. So okay, so what is that people like on YouTube apart from story times? Well, people just being scared of stuff or like sad. So I was like, yes, oh, I just hit myself. Um, Facing my worst fears. But I mean like art fears, not actual fears. I don't really know how could I show the fact that I'm very afraid of death finally coming to me in a cute YouTube Speedpaint video. So yeah, I was like, yeah, my worst art fears. I even made like a list, like profile views, male anatomy, digital art because I hate my tablet. I also had like torso. Torso is very weird for me to draw, and especially that part when like the arms attach. Yeah, I had it all planned out. And then when I sat down to make a speed paint, to draw, a voice in my head was like, "You should try digital painting." And I was like, but no, I have never done it before, so that's not really a good idea for a video. Like, I don't have any experience. And the voice was like, you should try digital painting. And I was like, I should try digital painting. It's like that meme with the SpongeBob. And yeah, I just jump into it with no preparation. I watched one single YouTube video about digital painting. So it's very bad, and I know, but I tried. So there's that. If like you can see the logo, I did it in Fire Alpaca, which I don't really think is primarily a digital painting thing. I feel like it's more for the like cel shaded webcomic kind of art program. So if I ever do it again, and I think I will because it's actually kind of a calming experience to do that, I would I would try to do it on Psy, Paint Tool Psy, because apparently Psy is made more for like painterly stuff. So I'm going to be looking into that, I guess, but I have never really gotten along with Psy. So, but yeah, I'm going to try. So, now that I have explained why am I doing something so out of my comfort zone, I mean, it is a headshot, but I drew a headshot because I knew that the rest of the process will be out of my comfort zone. I shall talk about the character. The character's name is Lakke, and he comes from my own story. It's my OC. That will probably never see the light of day. Oh. The story is actually going to be about a year old, like now. Like, I came up with the first concept at the beginning of February last year. I remember I was like 4 a.m. and I couldn't sleep. I was wild. And yeah, it's a high fantasy story. It's set in the future of the Milky Way galaxy, and there are aliens. I love me some aliens. And this is lucky. So there are four main characters as of for the version that I am currently like into. And Lucky is like the second that is introduced in the story. Um, I don't know if you noticed, but he's not a human. He is a tall, green, trash alien boy. That's how he introduces himself. It's canon. And yeah, he comes from a race that's called Centauri, and it's not because they have four legs. They have two legs. Their anatomy is vaguely human, apart from some simple changes that I will talk about. And now you can see me struggling with his eyes. Yay. Yeah, one of his eyes was really hard to draw. I don't know, I just made it very like big. But yeah, Centauri come directly from humans. So like I said, the story takes part in like the future Milky Way, and the Centauri are like the old colony of humans who have crashed on the Alpha Centauri B. It's the closest exoplanet to Earth, and it's also an exoplanet that orbits a red dwarf. It's a type of a star. Um, and they have crashed in around 21st century, which is long gone in the history. And they have kind of evolved with no human influence, and that's how they look now. So they're green and have stripes. My boy Lakke has four on his face that are on the drawing. I mean, he has more, but on his face, on his cheeks, he has four. They are average Centauri is taller than an average human. Their average height is, I don't know if I'm going to give it right in the American system, but I feel it's like 6'5". It's 2 meters and 20 centimeters, around like that, which is not like they're extremely tall, like 10 feet or something, and it's like no human can be that tall. I'm pretty sure there are humans tall like that height, but it's not as common in us, at least not for now. And for them, it's like the most average height. It's actually the height that Lakke is around, I think. Yes, sure. So they're much taller. They're also like skinnier and linkier, and that's because I have imagined the planet to be smaller than Earth, and it therefore has less gravity. And yeah, I told that they're green. And one of my favorite aspects of that race is their second pair of eyes. They don't have it on their face, they have it kind of like coming from their head. They're like those two antennas, and they move freely around, like one can look at one direction and one on another. And those eyes they can see in the infrared spectrum, or at least some part of it, which is like warmth for humans. It's like the temperature part. So they can see a bunch of other colors than us. I'm not sure if they can see in the entirety of the infrared spectrum, because it's a much bigger spectrum than the currently visible light. So I'll look at how I'm struggling. Yeah, it was a hard picture. But yeah, they can see more colors, and yeah, they're really cool. And like I said, Lakke is a trash boy. Originally, he was the villain in the story. Not originally, but one of the drafts. But I kind of started liking him. It's kind of funny because his name actually comes from I don't like him. And I was like fiddling around with the sentence, and I was like, I don't like him. Like. Yeah, he was originally the big bad. And then I was like, no, I really like him, actually. He's funny. So right now he's not bad. He is just highly unpleasant to be around. He's just like this privileged rich boy, and that learns how to interact with other living beings, and I love him. Yeah, it's almost the end of the video, and that was a fun thing to draw. I love me some headshot from time to time. I actually did a headshot in a previous Speedpaint. Shh, that's not important. um, and yeah, I might look into digital painting more. It's a fun technique. And I guess thanks for watching. And like I said, don't watch it on Android. The colors are really gross. His hair, you can see the purple. He has kind of purple hair. The face is gross. And the background is ugly. Yeah, blah. I don't. Why you do this to me, Samsung? But yeah, thanks for watching. I guess I don't know.